and you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to News Tonight on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanathan. Today the nation saw what the opposition has called an unprecedented bandh, costing the governments thousands of crores of rupees. But the state of Tamil Nadu was comparatively normal, with the ruling party making sure the public transport was up and running and the shops open. We will bring you all that after the headlines. The bandh that cost the nation 2,000 crores and more brings nation to a standstill. Trains and flights cancelled in various cities. Tamil Nadu marginally affected by the bandh. Autos trouble commuters a bit, but bus and trains operate normally. Shops remain open. A student from Jharkhand is killed after a tussle between students who double up as brokers. Don't worry about damage to your property while shifting to your new house. Movers and packers can be held liable. Leander Pace and partner Cara Black win the Wimbledon mixed doubles, the 12th Grand Slam for Pace. Now, for all of those of you who probably braced themselves for a partial shutdown in Chennai, the bandh was an anticlimax. That's what happens when the ruling party rejects such calls. The might of the state machinery scuttled the grand plan of the opposition. On the ground, it meant arrests, traffic snarls, some delays in getting to work and most autos off the roads. Our political reporter Shabir Ahmed tracks this 12-hour protest in the city.
All this supposedly in the interest of the people. By laying siege to tracks and blocking traffic on arterial roads, these party men from the left, AIADMK, MDMK and BJP, claim to champion the cause of the common man. The motive? To protest the recent fuel price hike. The result? Traffic snarls and precious fuel wasted. Buses were on the roads like any other day, and it was business as usual for shops in the city. Most traders belong to the one-year Sangam under the sway of the PMK that rejected the bandh call, eyeing a tie-up with the ruling DMK. But autos were hard to come by because most of the unions are backed by the left parties. On a normal day, they fleece customers. On a bandh, auto drivers made a killing, leaving the public far from amused.
Close to past 45 minutes, I'm just waiting in the auto. So, auto is not available. Also, they are asking double the rate.
Despite this rail roko by a 500-strong mob at Guindy, local train services seemed on the right track.
नहीं बंद तो लेकिन ठीक नहीं है बिकॉज यहाँ पे मनमाने चार्जेस कर रहे हैं ऑटो वाले 400 रुपया मांग रहे हैं जहाँ 200 रुपया लगना चाहिए यहाँ पे ऑटो भी नहीं की भी कमी हो गई है प्रीपेड ऑटो में तो ठीक तो नहीं है वैसे ये कायदे से या तो गवर्नमेंट को स्टेप लेना चाहिए कि ये जो प्राइसेस जो बढ़े हैं पेट्रोल और डीजल के उस हिसाब से कीमतें थोड़ी बहुत बढ़ाई जाएं लेकिन स्ट्राइक तो गलत चीज़ है.
But whose cause was being espoused? Not that of the common man, if such responses to the inconvenience quotient are any indication.
The great politicians who are sitting in the parliament and assemblies, let them resign to their seats and let them fight for that. That will give the result, not by creating any bandh or anything. Nothing, they cannot stop the life.
Even though the bandh had a considerable impact on the auto rickshaw services in the city, the government was fully geared up to defeat the bandh call given by the opposition parties.
In Chennai, the bandh may have been a flop show, but across Tamil Nadu, it was a different story, with normal life paralyzed. With Shabir Ahmed in Chennai, Sanjay Pinto, NDTV Hindu.
Now, the bandh may not have been as successful as the opposition might have wanted here in the city, but they have still thanked the people for this support, maintaining that the bandh was a success. AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha released a statement thanking people. She said traders, auto rickshaw drivers, labourers, van and lorry drivers and party cadres participated in the general strike and made efforts to make the bandh a success. Jayalalitha also said that several sections of people supported the bandh despite the intimidation tactics of the ruling DMK government. The CPI State Secretary D. Pandian also thanked the people for supporting the bandh and asked the government to release all the party cadres arrested during the rail and road rokos. The opposition also made it very clear that the bandh was not to inconvenience people but to support them with their rights. Our political reporter Shabir Ahmed brings us these reactions.
The Bandh called by the opposition parties was by and large peaceful. Joining me is State Secretary CPIM, Mr. G. Ramakrishnan. Sir, thank you so much for talking to us. So what is your assessment, sir, as far as the Bandh is concerned?
As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, here ADMK, CPM, CPI, MDMK, Forward Bloc, we have given a call for Bandh on July 5th today. See, as far as the information we get from districts, except Chennai, Trichy, Tuticorin, in all the corporation cities and municipal towns, it is a grand response, very good success, very good response from the people. Almost all the shops were closed, auto rickshaws were off the road, lorries were off the road. In fact, private bus operators stopped their operation. Even government buses operated with police support with minimum passengers. So it was a grand response and a very good response from the people, because in 4 months the government of India, UPA government, hiked the price twice. So it has hit the people, common people, urban, rural poor very hard. So this is an indication that people of Tamil Nadu have not accepted the price hike of the petroleum products by the UPA government at Delhi. But for ADMK's participation, the Bandh could not have been very successful. So they were behind all the preparative measures. Along with other parties, ADMK cadres also went to the shops, requested the shop owners to close the shop. See, even last time also, they were not for participating in the picketing. It does not mean that they were away from the day-to-day action. Only with their support, the Bandh has become very successful.
At the same point of time, what about DMDK? So you were expecting that DMDK will be part of this Bandh, but so far there has been no confirmation from the DMDK. What reports are you getting from the party high command?
See, I have made an appeal to PMK and DMDK to join us, to join the Bandh. Dr. Ramadas, the leader of PMK, has clarified that he is against the Bandh. He is not for disturbing the people. So he said he is against prices, but he is not for joining the Bandh. As far as DMDK is concerned, they have also issued a statement stating price is unnecessary. He is against price hike of petroleum products, but he said he is not participating. It is very unfortunate. See, this is not an issue of one party or one alliance. So this is a people's issue. So it's unfortunate that the PMK and DMDK have not participated in the Bandh.
Government is adamant in that. They have not understood the feeling of the people. Now I am very happy that in public, the unity has come between the NDA and even the left parties. I wish that the same unity should prevail within the parliament. And the moment the unity comes within the parliament, the government will fall.
Well, Shakil Akhtar, the Additional Commissioner of Police Law and Order for Chennai, now joins us for more on this. Sir, compared with other metros, we saw partial Bandh in Chennai city. Is this because the government and the ruling party had given you specific instructions to the police that there be no impact of the Bandh on the city?
As you know, that government was very clear that if any there is Bandh, the Bandh should be peaceful, and nobody should force anybody or compel anybody to be the part of the Bandh and all. And that helped us, and I think, I cannot say partial, I think almost there was no Bandh felt in the whole city.
Right, sir, speaking of numbers, how many police personnel were actually out on the roads today?
We deployed almost 8,000 police personnel for the whole Chennai.
But what did the police do to ensure that Chennaites had no fear while actually stepping out of their homes during this Bandh?
Basically, it was confidence building. From night 10 o'clock onward, we put our officers on the road, and all the vital installations, including bus terminals, bus stands, railway stations, were covered with the officers and men. And all the important junctions, we had some striking force, and all the officers, inspectors and ACs were roaming in the different streets, so that the presence is felt and they are part of the confidence building exercise, so that people should freely come out of the house.
Thank you. Right, Mr. Shakil Akhtar, thanks a lot for joining us on News Tonight. Moving on, the Bharat Bandh brought most of the other important cities in the country to a standstill. Transport was hit across the state, and the states ruled by the NDA and the left are the most affected. But Mumbai, ruled by the Congress, is one of the worst hit, with normal life disrupted. Schools and colleges remain closed today in Mumbai, and the streets of the city were deserted. Domestic flights were hit hard in the city, with 42 arrivals and 47 departures cancelled. 78 buses were damaged and taxis and autos were not available for commuters. In New Delhi, metro services were also blocked at the various metro stations, and around 100 BJP workers came out to the streets blocking the metro at the various railway stations.
मनमोहन जी से सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं कि यहाँ के मल्टीनेशनल कारपोरेट इनके शेयर की प्राइस 300% से बढ़ी, करोड़ रुपए उन्हें मुनाफा मिला, 10 लाख करोड़ में 0.33% की डिलीवरी गई। ये बाकी पैसा किसके जेब से निकला और किसके जेब से गया? ये पैसा गरीब मजदूर का पैसा, ये पैसा किसान का था, ये कैसा पैसा झूठे झोपड़े में रहने वाले गरीब आदमी का।
Kerosene, gas, diesel, petrol, this is going to have a cascading impact. So this is not anything to do with this or that political party. This is against the government policies which affect all sections of the people, particularly the poor.
Well, time for a short break, but on the other side, worried that your expensive crystal centerpiece might break while shifting. Well, if it does, we have a quick solution. Stay with us.